Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Huh? Nope. Nope. Mamma mia!
This is Jason from Retro Gaming Asylum. Welcome to Game Masters.
I mean, you don't have to be so cranky about it all the time. I mean, geez, like it's almost the weekend. Can you just calm down? Jeez,
I am calm.
What crawled up your crawl today? Jeez.
I am calm.
What? Oh, we're live.
We're live.
We're live. Welcome everybody to the Game Masters, where Brandy's a little cranky today.
Just today. It's been all week, let me tell you.
Well, I can honestly say that it's been a fun last couple of weeks, let me just say, and it's continued. But hopefully things will start looking up. You know, we've got CGC this weekend. The chat room. You're full of she's full of quiet rage. Oh no. You should have heard her going off.
You should see when it comes out. It's not quiet.
She's like, I'm putting everybody on blast. That's it. And for those that don't know, that Brandy doesn't do that. Brandy was just a little irritated. Anyways, welcome to the Game Masters. We are live here on this Wednesday night, and what's going on? I see a bunch of folks in the chat room. Brandy, you want to hit them up, and I will start pulling up the messages.
Oh, everyone's going off in the chat here. Okay, so we have Master Games Guru, we have Isaac, Retro Gamer 78, Videodrome 80, Retro Gamer, Retro Matt. We have Low Carb Machine. We have just all these people saying that they don't think I can yell. If you hear me at some of these conventions, I definitely can yell. You can hear me. I don't have what they call an inside voice sometimes. Just because I'm inside, apparently that is not an inside voice. There's a difference apparently. We have Colt and we have CC Games CEO. So we have tons of people
and
here.
Mr. Greg Terry. I see Mr. Greg Terry is also here as well.
Very nice.
Yes. So welcome y'all. Welcome to the show. Yes, we have a big, not only are we going to recap the show that Brandy was at last weekend, but we're going to be talking about CGC, and we've got a lot of stuff planned for that. In fact, we've got 10 controllers from Retro Fighters. That's kind of what got the whole conversation started. You actually were saying, I hope I get to judge fighting games. Yes. And and so, but Retro Fighters were kind enough to donate 10 controllers. We're going to try to give 5 away at CGC, and we're going to give 5 away in Pittsburgh. So if you can't make it to CGC, we're going to try to give away 5 in Pittsburgh. But you got to come out and sit and watch our panels and be excited, because we'll be live from the booth. We have a panel at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday at CGC. Then, Brandy, you and me get to close the whole joint down.
We sure do.
At 3 o'clock on Sunday, yes, we will be doing Game Masters live from the main stage. Are you excited or what?
Sure am. Save the best for last, and that's us. So definitely cannot wait.
Retro Bliss says Pittsburgh sucks. Man, boy, you and him are going to get us kicked out of Pittsburgh.
Go Pittsburgh!
So we're going to have a lot of fun at CGC. I will be getting there early Friday morning. I know you're planning on getting there early Friday morning. We got a lot to set up. Brandy's kind of camping out in my booth. So if you're going to be looking for Brandy, that's going to be your home. You're going to be selling a bunch of stuff.
Where's Waldo? You have to find me and you win a prize.
You have perlers. You're going to have perlers, and what else are you going to have?
Just random little knickknacks. I might have like a dollar toy bin or something. Little items. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull some other random duplicates that I have out. But definitely some perler bead art. If you guys really want to get like a inexpensive gift, come on and stop by. Definitely help support, all the traveling and everything else that I'm doing. So I definitely would appreciate that. So definitely cannot wait.
Kevin says, I'll be there early Friday morning as well. Awesome, nice. Awesome. So I'm sure we'll bump into each other and be a lot of things going on. It's going to be a crazy weekend. We have a lot we have to do. But I know a lot of you guys are going to come out, get pictures, hang out at the booth, get up on a panel. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be there. We'll make time for everybody if you want to stop and say hi. But sometimes you have to stop and grab us. Not like literally grab us, but like jump in front of us. We're not going to be unapproachable, but sometimes we just look like we have a mission, and we probably do.
Yeah.
Brandy, right? But we're not too busy. Just stop us and be like, hey, how's it going? We just can't talk for an hour, but we'll stop and talk to everybody. That's part of the plan, right?
Yeah. I'm excited. I don't mind. Unfortunately, I know people in the chat, like when they're watching my videos, they go, hey, I saw you. I really wanted to chat. I missed my opportunity. You looked busy. And I'm like, no, like stop. It's yes, totally fine. We're just normal people.
That's
like,
it.
Well, maybe not normal, but we are people. So just feel free.
She's not normal. She's not. Right over here. She's not normal.
Exactly.
But anyways. But yes. Yeah. No, we're never too busy for anybody. Kevin does it all the time. He'll just come up and stick. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously though, just come up and say hi. Especially Friday's gonna be setup day. It's more relaxed. We're gonna be getting. I think it's 6 o'clock, right? That they'll do. Oh well, we can get into that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
What do you say we get? What do we say we get into the?
Excited.
Let's get into the news a little bit, shall we? Because we actually have. We're not going to spend a lot of time, but we do have some news today, right?
We do.
And it's not Taylor Swift. You promise?
No promises.
Hi, this is William Jackson from Millennium Flashbacks. You're watching the Game Masters on YouTube.
All right. So, Brandy, there was some news this week, and I feel like all we ever do is talk about Nintendo, but it was with Nintendo, and I kind of want to get everybody's thoughts and opinions with this because what was it 5 days ago? Basically, they did a Nintendo Direct, and they're rehashing games again. Brandy, they're bringing out Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
That's great though.
$70.
Some people are tired of the rehashing, but that is a fantastic one. That is one of the best ones.
Feel the Fever Mario Tennis. The Super Mario Wonder, they're bringing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Now, I didn't see whether or not they were going to charge for that. But if it's a free upgrade, I'm down. But for Mario Wonder, like, how many times are they going to, like, make us pay for stuff? Like, enough is enough. Yoshi's page-turning adventure, like, I could see getting this for my little one and playing it while she's watching it. I will say, Brandy, the biggest one that they announced was the Virtual Boy.
Sure was.
So now you can get a headache in the modern age, and your kids will actually know what it feels like to get a headache when you play Virtual Boy.
I'm curious, like how that'll like look and everything. I'm definitely curious.
What do you guys think in the chat room? Put a 1 in the chat room if you're excited about the Virtual Boy. Put a number 2 in it if you really couldn't give 2 flying hoops about it.
You think there'll be a cool kiosk?
Probably not.
Like
there's going to be 2 versions. There's going to be 2 versions. Did you see? There's going to be like a cardboard one, and then there's going to be the actual physical plastic. I'm honestly, I want to get it for $100. It's $99.
I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if they're going to make like a little like play area and have like a kiosk like the old style one, you know?
Yeah, Virtual Boy. So what they said was, now, what I read was that these games are going to come through you were going to get them with your online subscription. I don't know if you can actually purchase them separately. Does anybody have the answer to that? But from my understanding, it was like it comes with, the only way you get them is through that subscription. So that's how they're going to kind of nail you to the wall, so to speak, with it.
Yeah.
If you can buy them separate, that's even better. Hopefully they're not saying like $70 a piece for each of those games. That would be very bad, in my opinion. But I think it's pretty cool. I'm with Isaac on this. I think I don't have the original Virtual Boy, so for me, this will be really, really cool. Nintendo is selling the worst selling consoles. Front them again. I just think it's interesting that they're bringing out a virtual console that really didn't do good for Nintendo.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see how it'll do. I think people will jump at it, just so they can experience that again. Like we all are saying, Nintendo always sells. So, cardboard broken. The cardboard version.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like the Virtual Boy. They just put it in cardboard. Like they tried that whole cardboard thing, you remember? And it didn't go that far with the Switch, you remember?
Yeah, it took me like 6 hours to put together the one box, and then the other ones I didn't even put together because it was like the longest video I was filming, and it didn't even do good.
Probably didn't fit half right either. Lindsay has confirmed in the chat room my suspicion. She said 14 games coming out over time. No mention of physical copies. We have an original. I'm not super interested. Okay, well, if you have an original Virtual Boy, I could see that. For those of us that don't that want to experience it, I think $99 isn't bad, considering the Virtual Boy is what, $700 complete in box right now.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to raise it or lower it. And then some of the games obviously are up there in price.
I hope it lowers it. I really do, because collectors like myself and you,
Yeah, I need a couple
it.
games still.
Yeah, it is a niche item. I do like the peripherals. My kid wants it too.
Mhm.
It doesn't come out till February, so we have a lot of time before we can change it. But this was the big, in my opinion, that caught my eye. This was the thing. Neo Ness in the chat room. We're going to see him in Pittsburgh. He said, "Yeah, it's a pass for me." Yeah, I mean, if you're not a Nintendo fan, I can't see you buying this. Or if you have the original, right? If you have the original. What about the Pokemon game? Yeah, what is it? Shape an Empty Land? Is that what it's called? Whatever the new, maybe not. It's a beautiful home for Pokemon. I don't know. I don't remember what that one is. New Mega Man Evolutions. What do you think about that? Let me see. Can I click on this? Does it pop open? I don't know. It's not opening up. Anyways.
That's okay.
Mega Man Dimensions DLC for wait, hang on a second. Not Mega Man. Announcing the Mega Dimensions DLC for Pokemon Legends Z and A. Isn't that the game, the Pokemon that nobody likes, the Z and A?
It might be.
Guys in the chat room, wasn't that what everybody said that they didn't like for Switch? Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a Pokemon game that came out and people were like, this is just awful. And now, are they making DLC for that? Am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah, I'm curious on some of these myself.
Okay, my daughter's sending in a chat here to my phone instead of the chat room here. Maybe she doesn't want me to put up. The one Pokemon game is Pokemon what is it? Pokapia? Pokapia. ZA isn't out. Okay. Which one's the Pokemon that nobody likes? I just want to make sure I understand this, because I don't play a lot of Pokemon games.
Oh, they said ZA isn't out yet.
Yeah. There's a Pokemon game that nobody likes on the Switch.
DLC for a game that's not out yet. Well, there you go. That's Nintendo for you.
I just wanted to make sure that they weren't... Oh, you thought it was Scarlet? It might be Scarlet, Neo.
I can't remember.
There was one that people were just like, it could be Violet. I have one Pokemon game I started playing. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Now my kids, they play the Pokemon games. Maybe they know.
I'm behind. I've only played through a lot of the classic ones.
So Isaac's saying Violet and Scarlet, he believes. Okay, so as long as they're not making down DLC for that, because I feel like that's a waste. If the majority of the community is telling you this is a god awful Pokemon game, don't make DLC for it. At least we know it's for a game that's not even out yet. So that's good. Resident Evil Requiem. It's nice to see that Nintendo's kind of getting into the Resident Evil games, right? We're getting some of them. There's a few other ones here. Let's see. Go ahead. You can bring it over. If you just don't step in front of the camera. She's bringing me a drink. It's a Piple. Look, it's from Dunkin' Donuts. It's a purple. It's a blueberry. Okay.
A refresher or something?
Yep.
Oh, I used to drink those all the time.
Dude, I was like, you know what?
Before I cut a lot of the sugar out, I had to stop drinking sweet stuff.
Yeah, I don't have to cut sugar out yet, so
That's okay. Down. Live your best life.
I'm trying to.
Have a drink for me too.
So I don't know. Out of everything that was on the Direct, I'm not going to go through all this stuff. The Amiibos. Let's talk a little bit about the Amiibos. I was trying to find these on here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said something, and I know Lindsay's in the chat room. Lindsay, give us the dirt on the Amiibos. I heard something where you can swap heads. Am I understanding that right? I didn't watch the Direct yet. I didn't
watch it either. There's
some things I just don't put out publicly, so just bear with me over the next few weeks, maybe a month. But so I've been a bit distracted. So I didn't watch the direct yet, but I heard there was something. There it is. She says, "I'm here. The Kirby Air Rider figures are swappable." Okay, so I did hear
I'm
something
excited for
about that, and I wanted confirmation on that. So that's actually in it for those people, okay, that are into Amiibo. That's really cool. She says, and they're $50, and more
you
releasing
get to
later.
swap the. Okay, it says the Kirby Air Ride ones. You can switch the rider and the vehicle.
Well, that's pretty cool for people that collect Amiibo. Yeah. The big one, that's so Isaac hit the nail on the head. This was the final thing I was going to bring up was Metroid Prime 4 just got a release date, which is cool. And I know a lot of Metroid fans have been dying for this game, right? How do you guys feel about that? Was that the big takeaway that you got from the direct? Was that do you feel like that kind of made it all worthwhile? Are you waiting for Prime 4, Brandy?
I mean, I'm excited for it. I want to give it a go. I know that's been on a list for quite some time. And I'm excited for the Virtual Boy stuff. So I think those were like the two bigger ones, I think, for me. And then obviously, like, I'm excited for Kirby Air Ride.
Isaac, confirmed. Steven doesn't play or watch video games. Actually, I do play games. I probably play games more than I watch the breaking news stuff. There's been some things going on in my life right now that have prevented me from keeping up with a lot of things. So again, you'll have to. Brandy can tell you. You got to bear with me, okay?
We're working on things here.
Yeah, there's some things. So I apologize for not having everything down from the direct, but we're working on it. Pokemon and Kirby been around so long. Jesus used to play them, but no new Mega Man. I wonder if that's partially because of Capcom, and everything. So I don't know. Low Carb Monster says, I would love to play Metroid 4, but not buying a Switch 2 for one game. And that's what I was going to ask you. Are we still moving toward buying a Switch 2? Or are you still on the fence?
I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get one. I have some, like, birthday, holidays, and stuff coming up. And I am kind of excited for the Kirby game, so I think I'll go ahead and get one. It just depends on how soon. Is it going to be in October, or is it going to be December?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't know, right? Yeah, hopefully at Christmas time, maybe Santa will be good to you and bring you a Switch 2. Neo Ness says that he said in the chat room, he's like, Metroid looks good, but it wasn't enough to make it a super insane direct. I'll be honest, I was pretty excited for Metroid Prime 4, but I was probably equally as excited for the Virtual Boy. As dumb as that sounds, it just sounds stupid, but as a retro gamer, Kirby will be fun. I am looking forward to the Kirby Air Riders. That game looks like a lot of fun. I just don't understand the rehashes with the Mario Wonder. Like, why not just make a new Mario game that's specific for Switch 2? Like,
exactly.
Like, what's Nintendo thinking? Like, why?
They should have all this stuff already done. You would think.
I just feel like it's rehashes. I mean, how many Universal games did we get so far? Like, games that were just for Switch 2. We haven't had, Well, that's the question, Isaac. He said it was a cool direct, but now nothing until right before the holidays. What are they going to drop around the holidays? Are they going to say you're not going to get it till like February or March if they drop a direct right before the holidays?
Maybe they have something up their sleeve and something will come out that they're being hush-hush on. I don't know. That's a little crazy.
So Mystically says in other big gaming news, they announced a Shenmue 3 Enhanced in the near future. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Those of you that are fans of Shenmue from Dreamcast, for all the Shenmue fans. Yeah, that's a good point, Retro Matt. That I was really surprised. I half expected a brand new Super Mario Brothers for the Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary, but they did not do anything. Not even, Brandy, not even custom merchandise. Nothing.
think that would be a big deal, right? You
Well,
would think any major milestone anniversary.
let me ask you, if they would have done a Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary T-shirt, would you have bought it?
Probably, yeah.
I think all of us would have bought it if, my buddy Greg, he was in the chat room a little bit ago. He had a friend that lives in New York, and I wanted one of those 35th anniversary ones from Mario that I got. So I PayPal'd his buddy in New York. He vouched for me, and he went to the New York store and bought it for me and mailed it to me. And I gave him a couple extra bucks, for getting it for me, because I couldn't, at the time, Nintendo wasn't selling it online. So yeah, Project Retro Games is thinking about coming to Pittsburgh. So go Pittsburgh.
Hey, I saw him at Retro World Expo.
Very, very cool. So I don't know. I don't want to kind of bog down this whole discussion here with Switch, but that was pretty much the big things with the news. We're not really a news podcast, so I just figured it was worth bringing up, right? Because there's still nothing super, super exciting where people are going to go, I need to go buy a Switch 2 now.
Mm-hmm. Guess we'll see. We shall see.
So why don't you tell everybody about the clip we're about to watch?
So I did my homework, and it's a little bit choppy, but it's like legit raw footage. I was a part of this bingo collab video, and he's in the chat, so you'll see me beat him in this game. But pretty much my friend CJ, she has a YouTube channel, and she had like 5 or so of us YouTubers, and we had to go around the convention, and the first to get bingo wins. Now I took it a little to the extreme, and I completed all but 4 of the tasks. I had bingo like 4 times. So this is that first person view that I had for homework to do at the convention. So you guys will get to see this. And all right, so I'm playing someone, and we are going to play now. All right. Sure hope I'm good at this and filming. We'll just pretend like you let me win, just in case you really did lose.
I lost.
All right. Sean Powers. Sean from PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. You're terrible. You have got to be the worst Street Fighter player I have ever seen in my life. You let Brandy beat you like that?
He said the controller was busted.
What is that? Sean, come on, man. I expected more from you.
So the funny part is I had to beat someone, and I like 1v1, I had to beat someone and film it. So I'm trying to like film and play.
You just beat him, you annihilated him.
Yeah, and I was like, if you just want to let me win real quick, like, we'll do this. But then, like, it actually felt like I won. Like, it felt like he didn't let me win, and it felt like I actually won. But, like, real quick, I was like, let me win real quick. We'll knock this out. But then I just went and I did the kick, and it didn't even look like he had a chance anyway. So I was like, we could just tell everyone that you let me win. And now he's saying he had a broken controller.
So everybody, for the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast airs every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you go over there and give Sean crap this Saturday and be like, hey, I saw the footage where Brandy kind of like wiped the floor with you. I just want to put that out there. And I know Will's in the chat room right now, so he can give you guys a link if you need a link to the podcast. Listen. He knows I'm giving him crap. Okay, so it is, Brandy. Are you saying it is possible that the controller was broken? Is it possible?
I don't know. I guess that's a mystery. Yeah, but the goal was to go around. We only had 30 minutes to complete like 25 things,
Yeah,
and I think I completed like 21. So like,
just on him.
no. Like I beat other people too, you know.
You know what?
But
There's
I had
only
to-
there's only one other person that's that bad or worse in this community at playing fighting games, and that's Glenn Planamento from Glenn's Retro Show, because I wiped the floor with him like that, and I am not a championship like caliber fighter, but he made me look like I belong on like at Tokyo fighting some of the top notch gamers out there. That he just made me feel like that. So you kind of look like that against Sean. I'm just saying.
I mean, I did tell him to let me win, but y'all could be the judge. Did it look like he even tried, or did it? He was being a good sport. Yeah, he was being a real good sport about it. So I'm glad that we knocked it out because I only had like a minute or so left to get back over to the booth. And then I didn't even win anyway, even though I had bingo 4 times because my picture never sent to the group chat.
Oh, no way.
But you'll have to watch that because I got a little too competitive and I think I won. And then the person who won didn't even film anything. So you tell me who won.
It's rigged.
You know? Yeah, it was
rigged. I tell you.
Yeah, so when you go and watch her video on that, make sure you guys send some love for me because I actually tried my hardest in there. I even had to put on someone's dirty shoe. Like, that's how crazy this bingo was.
Ooh.
And I did it. I put on someone's shoe.
So, Sean says we only had 30 seconds. You only had 30 seconds to play the game, or you only had 30 seconds to do everything?
No. We had 30 minutes, but, like, it felt like we had very short times.
Yeah.
For each. Like, we only had, like, a minute or 2 left, so we had to, like, hobble over to the area, do the little button mashing, and then
was
come
it
back.
Spread out pretty far where you had to go to do everything?
Yeah, that was on the very other end of the entrance, and that's where we started, was the entrance.
Yeah.
So
no,
it was a lot, but I did my best. It felt like maybe I should have won, but that's okay.
As long as you had a good time, that's the main thing. You both had looks like you both had some fun. Sean even had a smile on his face even when he was getting decimated by your kicks. But you know, at least you had a good time. That's the main thing.
That was the highlight, I think.
That was the highlight. Okay.
Yeah, we had to like run around and do like a lot of different things. So, you guys may think that I suck at video games or I don't play them, but I think that's real life proof.
I'm just
that I'm not that bad.
I just was wondering where the footage was where you put the game in, because how do we know there wasn't a game genie on that?
Oh no, I think it like pans past it.
Oh, does it? We'll have to go back and
you should see the console. Yeah. So just watch her video though, because I still have to get all the footage together because I have like a lot of clips.
Oh, now, whose video do you want them to watch?
CJ's gaming channel. So make sure you check out her channel. At some point she's gonna get the video together. I have to send my little clips, but I wanted to like edit out some parts because I literally like film from like the down like motion, like it's not very flattering, so I gotta cut and edit my own stuff so I look better, you know.
Sean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like you've never played Street Fighter in your life. I'm just saying, like, it just it's not a good look, bro. Not a good look.
Man, he's never gonna help me out again.
No. It was God mode. Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. It was like decimation. Like I was waiting for Sean to move. He didn't jump. He didn't do nothing.
Yeah, when I got the leg going, it was game over. It was just.
But it looked like you just kept like running into. He kept running into your leg. He didn't try to jump or anything. So I was like, okay, all right. All right. The question in the chat room there. Well, it says random. It says, I wonder there was never a new Dizzy game. The little thing with the white red gloves. Yeah, I have that for the what was it? The genie?
Game Gear?
No, I had it from that other thing. Remember, I had the complete set.
The Aladdin?
The Aladdin, yeah, that it's almost like the Game Genie. So there was a bunch of Dizzy games for that. I don't know if Dizzy just never took off. I thought they were fun games. I played them. I was playing them on the Aladdin. He says, I'd love to help anytime. He's Show says I did all the work to get Lance to pop up for one of the entries, and Brandy shows up out of nowhere and gets one for free.
Yeah, like so I rookie mistake for the first 5 things that I did, I forgot to hit record on my phone. So I had to go back through the main entrance, and then I got yelled at by security. Because I was wandering in the wrong area. And he was over there taking a picture with him, and I popped in because I saw him, and I'm like, oh, picture! Ah! And then I just took a quick little video, and then I just continued on in the convention. And then I saw Retro Rick, and one of the things was we have to hug Retro Rick. And I was like, I need to hug you! Quick! Retro Bingo! And then he's like, I've been getting a lot of hugs recently.
Oh, so like he didn't even know that people were supposed to hug him?
I don't think he originally knew, but I may or may not have informed him like the day before and said, hey, if I see you, I'm gonna have to do this. I may not have tipped some things off the day before.
Oh, so you're one of those. You're one of those. You can't watch a movie with you either because you give the spoilers away, huh? Is that?
No, I just stare like this.
So you know what's gonna happen, guys? You know, when we do the Game Masters live, the nonsense that we have here, you think this is going to be unprecedented when we go to Cleveland and we do this show live, because she's not going to be able to run and hide behind a box or in her computer. Yeah. It's going to be a little interesting because we're going to be in person doing this. This is a very good question. I really like this from Isaac. He says, question, now that Nintendo incorporated the Virtual Boy, do you think the Power Glove has a chance of appearing again? And I hope so.
That would be cool to see something. I mean, it might not be like in all its glory, but it is very possible. Like, we've been getting some weird, like the championship cart thing, and then we got the Virtual Boy, and then we get...
But what if they make the Power Glove how it should have been made back then?
Yeah.
Where it's wireless, the glove feels more comfortable. I'm down. I think they should do it. For $100, I think they should do it.
They might as well bring back Rob, too.
See, now you're thinking. I mean, like that.
I don't work for Nintendo, but like I got some thoughts.
I'm telling you that's not a bad thought. I think Isaac would jump on that one too. I think
everyone would buy it all up.
I would buy Rob. Heck yeah.
Great. It could just work a little better than original.
So Retro Gamer didn't even hear you say it because a little bit of delay. He says release a Rob the Robot for Switch. Wonder if that could work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Power Glove today would be awesome because you have a lot better motion control with the motion control sticks. They would have to make it so you could put the Wiimote or the Wiimotes, the Switch remotes inside of it for that would be awesome. I'm down. I think they should do it. Bring back the Game Genie.
Come on, Nintendo, bring it back.
I'm with Steps on this. Bring back the Game Genie for the Switch and the Switch 2. The Nintendo Zapper. That also has to come back.
Bring it all back. Power Pad, we got it. Just bring them all.
Everybody's going to buy. You know what would happen then? It would kill the retro community. Everybody would sell their stuff because this stuff is all better.
True.
Which
well, good, do it, and then I'll buy all the retro stuff.
Right. Not that I'm saying that that's a bad thing. I mean, I think if they did do something like that, I think that could be a good thing because the newer collectors. I would love to see I think my kids would love to play it where it's not on retro hardware, but
yeah, maybe a little better.
Yeah, Nintendo did try to sue the Game Genie too, because they're not going to. Galoob, I don't even know if they're even a company anymore that made the Game Genie, but real hardware is the best over emulation for sure. Hey, Mundane
Designs.
Mundane Designs. It was a little spelled looking.
Hope all is well with you too. Been a minute.
I'm okay with cheap retro stuff. All these remakes would be amazing with a new Rob. No, I agree. I think a lot of people would enjoy that. So
yeah.
All right,
we'd have to see.
Brandy, you had your homework. Now tell us about the convention. How was it? Is it Retro World Expo? Was it their 10th anniversary, or did they just put an X up there for like Expo?
It was their 10-year, I believe, but this is the first year, I believe, that like Pixel Game Squad became a part of it because they're all buddies. Like everyone in this community knows, everyone. So, this year was pretty fun. Everyone was just kind of like running around. There were tons of YouTubers, content creators. We had the booth right next to the Grand Theft Auto, voice actors, and one of them, he was also in The Walking Dead. So I sent my mom a picture because she loves The Walking Dead, and she was like, "No way!" So she was all excited. But we could also see the wrestling ring. So like one side of the convention was like all the tables and vendors, and then there was like an artist alley, and then the other side we were like right dead in the center. Where all like the YouTubers, content creators, special guests, voice actors, etc. And then we could see the wrestling. And like it actually looked pretty good. Like they were continuously wrestling, and it was like a legit, I don't know what it's called, but like a legit, it wasn't just like people dressed up as like, Donkey Kong wrestling, like Smash Brother. It was like legit wrestling, and they were putting on a great performance. They were, jumping off the ropes. They were like slamming. Like it was fun to watch and pretty entertaining. And they had a huge crowd around that. And then around the wrestling ring that's like in the middle, they had actual cars. So they had like Men in Black. They had like that car. They had like Ghostbusters. They had some other Jeep, something else. So they just had like a ton of things to do because they also had like tournaments going on. They had free play. They had all the arcades. They had pinball machines. There was like food and stuff there. It was just a lot. They had panel rooms like outside and up like the steps. So it was pretty cool that, there was just something going on every second of every day. It kind of felt like, but it was really fun catching up with everyone, and the deals were there. Like, let me tell you, I got some amazing Super Nintendo games. I just posted it in a video. I know I like skipped last week with content, but we're back. So I have more stuff coming. I have a video tomorrow because Cruise and Retro, he had like a booth there, and he owns a local video game store. He hooked all of us up. All the YouTubers and content creators were invited back to his store after the convention ended, and he like bought pizza and subs and chicken and stuff for everyone. So it was really fun to just catch up with everyone, see everyone, spend a little bit more time before we all went back to the hotel and slept. So it was just a really great time, a lot of fun. I had like a little table set up where I sold some stuff, so I appreciate everyone coming on out and buying stuff, and it was a fun time, I will say.
So the big question.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot.
Uh-huh.
Is this a convention? And I'll be brutally honest because you've been to a lot of conventions. Is this a convention that people should put on their radar and make it a priority to get to next year? Now, before you answer that, this is not to slam them. Let's say somebody's, you can put the stipulation, let's say somebody's 10 hours away. Is it a convention that somebody should make it a point to be at? If you're an hour or 2 hours, even I would even go as far as saying if you're within 4 hours and you don't go to this convention, well, unless you don't have the money, you're kind of foolish if you're in this space. But what's your ultimate take for folks?
All right. So I have some things here. It's about to get real. So I
told
feel
you
like
she was in a bad mood.
I know, right? I'll tell you what the bad thing is at the very, very end. So you gotta listen to all of this. I feel like this convention had a lot to do, and it was a lot of fun. And I do like the location of it because there are tons of things around like the outskirts. So even if you wanted to go there and turn it into like an entire weekend long, whether you're at the convention, you're at the game stores nearby, the toy stores, etc., I do feel like this is one that's on the radar. And why I say that is because I think it's growing and growing. People told me that this convention has, I don't know if it's like doubled in size, but they said that they're in the larger space now. And I really feel like that shows, especially if you like look at some of the footage from like the prior years. And I do like how they're adding like a ton to it. So it's not just like only video game shopping. They're turning it into that experience with the convention stuff. They have panels, they have the wrestling matches. Like that was a pretty good highlight, I will say. Like even Stephanie was like, "Is this real?" And I was just cracking up the whole time. She's like, "I know it." She's like, "I know it's like not, but like it looks good." And I'm like, "Yeah, like that's the entertainment part." So we were just cracking up about that. So I will say all of that stuff was like a positive, and the only critique that I have has nothing to do with the convention. If you are someone who does content creation and things like that, when you go to someone's booth to haggle, I will say don't try to rip off the person and don't like completely lowball someone. Have a little bit of like whatever, with it. Like that's my only thing. So I'm not saying anyone specifically or anything like that, but I'm just saying if someone is selling some things and you plan on reselling as well, don't completely lowball because that may or may not have happened. And that's my only critique. But the convention was great. And I would definitely go back again now that everything has, settled down and I've, went over everything.
Well, I mean, it's nice for people to know, like, because just because somebody's a good content creator, like the Pixel Game Squad and them, and it's, again, I'm not tossing shade at anybody. I love their content. I watch it. That doesn't necessarily. Well, no. But I'm saying they run the con. They're them and somebody else. That doesn't mean, just like Retro Rick. Nothing against Retro Rick. I've never been to his con, but just because they're a good content creator that you like doesn't necessarily mean they know how to put on a good convention, right? That's all I'm saying. So that's why I was interested to hear if you thought it was a good convention. It sounded like Sean had some fun too. I'd be curious to hear his take as well, because again, you think, well, these guys are good content creators, that they're going to put on an awesome convention, and that's not necessarily true. There's two different animals. I think they would even tell you that. So it kind of sucks when people do that. Like, I know there's a lot of vendors that watch the show. In fact, we have a lot of friend vendors that watch the show, and one of the things is, one of the guys from, I mentioned this before, gave me a really good deal, and I said, don't give me a good deal just because you watch the show. I get it. He's like, no, I want it to go to a good home. I want to help. It's one thing if the vendor's really truly wanting to help you and like give you a good deal. But guys, if you're a content creator, don't lowball these guys like that. They got to make money too. Like, that's just wrong. If they want to give you a good deal because they want to help you out and they want to help out your channel, they think you're a good person, they like you and they like your content, that's one thing. But to like say to Brandy, like, you got something for $40. Well, I'll give you $5 for it. That's not cool. That's just not cool. So,
so like, I think that's like just like my first time kind of experiencing something like that. And like, I know people in the comments, they always say, "Oh, you're a YouTuber, you probably get all the deals because you're filming, people feel obligated, etc., etc." I think it's one thing, like, if everyone's cool and like willing to do all that stuff. But like, for me, like, I bought Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo and the guy had it priced for $208.
That's kind of an odd price, $208.
I know, but I saw it for $240, $260, and $280 also, and $300 plus at the same convention. So for $208 and the label was clean, I bought it.
Sure.
But I bundled another game with it, and I got like $10 off in total because it was 2 games, and I ended up getting that for, I guess, technically less than $200 by the time I bundled that other game in. But I felt like that was like pretty reasonable, like a $5 to $10, see if I could bundle for like 2 games.
Did you ask him, just out of curiosity, did you ask him why it was $208? Like, a lot of guys, they'll do like 200 or 210. But why why 208?
208 something. I wonder if like taxes or something, wherever they're at, I wonder if like the tax would like push it to
I don't know. It just seems like an odd price. It's like you have $199, you have $299, and then somebody would do like, somebody wouldn't put like 200 $205.99 or $206.99.
Yeah.
Like it's just weird. Like so Retro Bash said Retro World Expo was fire. We set record sales. That's really awesome.
Nice.
Sold
That's
3.
what I've heard a lot. I did hear that a lot, so I took that into my consideration, because you always want to make sure that vendors do well, people are spending money,
Yes.
and you want to make sure that you have a good turnout. So once I was able to like sit back, see what I even sold,
Right.
I mean, it was I will say it was a great show for all that. And, everyone seemed to be having a really good time. And from previous years to now, like, you can see a huge improvement.
Everybody was having a good time except for Sean, because you kicked his butt in Street Fighter. But I mean, you can't make everybody happy. But Retro Bash,
fun out of him.
Retro Bash says, I sold 3 copies of Chrono Trigger for $240 at Retro World Expo. I know it's above PC, but it sells for that. Yeah, man, you don't have to justify it. You don't have to justify your pricing, man. That you do you. Will Ain't Dead from the PlayStation 8 Dub podcast. He said, YouTuber convention haggling tactic number 1. Mention you're filming for the channel, shove a camera in their face and ask, what can you do on this?
Yeah, well, don't do that to me, because it really bothers me. Please don't do that to me anymore. Especially if I have items for $20 and I have like 10 of them, and then you ask for less. Like,
Carlos, Project Retro Games says, don't buy the first one you see. I made that mistake. I bought Wonder Dog for $120. 2 vendors later, I came across it for $90. But he's like, I had to get it. So, if I see a weird price like $208, Sean says, I'll ask if they will do like $200. Yeah, I think that's fair. But that's as far as I'll ask.
I bundled it, and I wanted to like be able to, brag a little in the video and be like, oh, I got it for a couple bucks less. And it was cash. I mean, cash, usually you can make the better deals. And it wasn't the very first day either. So like, and now, it sat there. Like it sat there for a whole day.
Now, I ain't going to lie. Last year at CGC, I haggled with was it last year or the year before? I haggled with Kevin from CC Games about the Mega Man. He didn't want to take it home. But to be fair, he also knew that I really, couldn't and didn't want to pay the price that he was asking. He brought the price way down, like we were going, but he really did not want to take that home. So I think that was a justified haggle, because he was allowing the haggling. I feel like if the vendor shuts down your haggling, you're done. Like, respect it. Doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber, not YouTuber, whatever. If they shut it down, you're done. Okay.
And I don't get mad either. Like, I had one time, I think it was like at Siege. It was like my first year, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try and haggle. I've never done it before. And I picked up like 3 games, and I asked if I could take $5 off, and he said no. And I said,
yeah.
Okay. I was like so shocked. I was like, how does everyone haggle? I can't even get $5 in my head. I'm like, I can't even get $5.
Hey, some people are strict. Retro Matt wants to know which Mega Man. It's a 3-foot 3D printed Mega Man. If you go watch my video on my tour, you'll get to see it. He kind of resembles the original Rockman. I know you're like, well, that's the Japanese version of Mega Man, but like the pose. But it's really, really cool. It's a piece that I wanted in my game room. He has the Mario that I've been telling you guys all I want. He wants $500 or $600 for it, and I'm just like, I can't right now. I can't do that. But I do want that eventually. I want that Mario. So hopefully next year. But yeah, I think once they shut down the haggling, I think that's where you have to respect it. And in Retro Bash is saying, he says, well, it depends on the vendor. Sometimes they have all their games in a POS system and they can't change their prices. And they might have bought them. They might have bought them on the higher side too, Brandy. So they're trying to recoup their money lost, right?
Yeah, and I don't have any issues. Like, I'm not going to fault anyone, because everyone's essentially out there, is like a business. And if they have a certain amount in things, I completely respect that. They're trying to make money and stuff too. They can't lose on it. Same way with me. I can't lose on. I'm not going to give things away for $1 a piece,
right?
When they're $20 or more. Like, I just.
Can I bring something up that I commented on a video, and I don't know how I even got the video, but I saw Kevin commented on it as well. There was a video game store out of Quebec, Canada, and the guy was complaining in the YouTube video that people were trying to bundle deals with some of the games, and people were saying that he was above price charting. And he says in his video, and it might be the title of the video, you guys could search on YouTube, where he says price charting ruined retro gaming. And a lot of the game resellers and stores, when I say resellers, I mean like stores, not like dirty resellers like Brandy. I mean resellers. I'm joking. But no, actual stores.
I'm clean.
They came to his defense and said, well, price charting is just a thought. That this is about roughly what it's worth. You can charge above that or you can charge below that. Now, I'm cool with that. I am cool if you are a store and you want to charge above price charting prices, or you want to charge above eBay sold prices. That's fine. Here's where I have the problem. I bring you my stack of games and I'm selling you my games, and you say to me, oh, dude, I'm only going to give you 30 to 40% of price charting value because, like, that's all I can do. And then you turn around and jack the price up and say, well, we can't go off of price charting values. There's a double standard in this community.
Yeah.
There's a double standard with the sellers, and I don't play that game. When I go to a convention, I'll call them straight out. I don't care. But Right Way's right in the chat room where he's like, sellers like to abuse it. He's not, and they will pay the dirt bottom price for the games that you're giving them.
Yeah.
But then if they have a dirty label, you just said you bought a game that had a clean label. They will charge top dollar above price charting for a nick in the label. I can't stand
that either. Condition is everything. Condition is key. And when you're, doing that type of stuff, I just walk away because I don't want to get into arguments.
No, but don't say price charting is just an idea. Don't sit there and say that eBay sold is just an idea. It's whatever. If that's the case, what's fair is fair. I expect you to make money off the games I sold, but if you're only going to give me 30 to 40% of the value because for whatever reason, don't think you can turn around and use price charting to set the price to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's the problem I have. Because then I feel like whenever you buy something, you're not going to ever get the value of it.
Yeah.
They want to try to rip it. I don't know. They want to try to get the most out of you for the least amount of money.
Yeah, and I do have a problem with that. If things look super dirty and they're like not tested and all that, I don't want to pay top dollar on those items. I think you should get them at a cheaper rate, especially if they're not taking the time to, at least clean the stuff and, all that. So.
Well, and CC Games, I'm not saying you, and I'm not saying all stores, but I'm saying a lot of them. I know a lot of them, and I know a lot of them that'll be at CGC. We'll do the same thing. Like if I walked over to them, okay, for instance, let me give you a for instance. We're going to do a for instance right here. Okay. I'm curious. So I have these hats over here. We're going to take a little walk.
We're walking.
So Will from Millennium Flashbacks, I have two of these hats. These are the Switch launch hats. I have two. They were never worn. He wants them. A lot of these, believe it or not, I don't know why, they're going for like $50 on eBay. You can sometimes find them starting bid at 25. So 50 each. This is what I'm thinking. He's going to tell me he'll take them both for $50. But if he sells them, he's going to sell them for $50 a piece.
Yeah.
How is that right? Nothing against Will. I'm I'm using Will as an example, right? How is that right? And you guys sit there and say, well, they got to make a profit. Well, yeah, no, I get they got to make a profit, but what about the person that's selling them to you? They got to make a profit too, right? I mean, I got to make a profit, which I will, but besides the point. That's all I'm saying. Like this is like a brand new hat. It's never worn. It's not like it's a used hat or you kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And some people, and some people, when they know you only have like $1 or something in certain things, they expect that they're going to get it for $2 instead of like 20,
Do the hats come with the DLC? You know, they might. For the Pokemon game that's not released, probably. It's a Nintendo thing. You never know. But uh, it's just interesting. And I get it. People will use price charting as the gospel. And it's like, it's got to be, this is the price. This is what it's selling for. It's price charting. But I know, like Chrono Trigger is a prime example. You got it at a dirt cheap price. That person was being cool with you. Retro Bash said he sold his for $240. He knows it's above price, but people bought it. So,
and if I didn't find it at $208, I probably would have bought it from him for $240 because I've seen it go for $280 plus, like at other conventions. So it really just kind of depends. That's why I like to go around and like look at the deals. Like I want to, check out all the tables because I don't, want to regret buying something for $310 when someone has it for $240 or someone has it like less. Like I don't want to just rush into everything because there's other conventions where that stuff happens and then you get all upset.
It's all Doug in Games in the chat room says, as someone who both buys and sells games, condition factors in a lot. And I agree with that 1,000%, Doug. Thank you for saying that. And more towards what I can pay than price charting. Exactly. So if you find a crispy, Chrono Trigger, we'll use that since you said that. You may be willing to pay more. Same goes for what I can sell games for. Condition is more important than PC. I agree. If you've got a minty little Samson game and it's minty, and like the going price for little Samson's $2,000, and it's minty, like it looks like it's never been played, Brandy, and he wants to sell for $3,000, and somebody's going to buy it. That collector that collects pristine is going to pay $3,000 for it.
Yeah, I think I did see Little Samson. One booth had it for like $3,800 or $3,200, just loose. So, like once again, it's like you like to check. You want to check around. You don't want to.
Sean says worse of that. He says I tend to blow everything on the first day of the convention. Yeah, I'm learning though. I'm learning to wait till Sundays to buy stuff. I sold a crushed box of Chrono Trigger complete in box for $450, so I do take off for condition. Yeah, you do, and I'm not saying everybody in here that is a reseller. Like a lot of the guys that support us that are resellers, like CC Games, I know he's fair. Millennial Flashbacks, I know he's fair. Retro Gaming Asylum, I know they're fair, but I'm also telling you. Yeah. I have other people that I bought stuff from that look like they took the NES cartridge, ran it over with a car, and still charged $2 more than price charting value for it. That's the problem I have. But yet they wouldn't pay. They'd probably pay you $2 for it because the label's nicked. But yet they'll sell it for $15, and it's only worth $12. So do you see what I'm saying?
We're not hating on, people either. Like we understand people have to make money, and we're just saying this happens in every, hobby and stuff too. We're just kind of like throwing out like similar thoughts that other people have, because I get people who comment on my videos and people say that they're afraid to go to conventions and they don't want to go to these things because everyone's overpriced. And we're not saying that. Like obviously you could find really good deals. You find quality stuff like Retro Bash, like quality stuff.
That's right.
You're not going to see things that are just thrown apart at a lot of tables. You might see like one or two, and you might be able to make deals. And you might.
What about our buddy Mike from Florida last year?
Yeah,
he dude's got like top-notch stuff,
and he's willing to work on deals too. Like just because something's listed at X amount, don't be afraid to ask people. Now, don't entirely insult them and say I'll give you $1, but it's like. You could work deals with people. Sometimes they like trades just as well and all that. Like the first day I missed out on buying stuff because I was catching up with everyone. Like JLove81, who was in the chat here. Like I haven't seen her in a minute. And, all these other people I was catching up with. So it's just like, I missed out that first day. But there were still tons of deals the main day and then even Sunday. And people are willing to do all that. So it's just
Isaac's got a good point here. Said a lot of people also get better prices just because of YouTube popularity, which isn't right. It's not fair. no diss, just something I've seen across the platform, and I guess the same thing could be said with if you get pulled over by a car. If you get pulled over by a car, if you get pulled over by a cop, you get pulled over by a cop and you're a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Chances of you getting out of a speed ticket is a lot better because you're a celebrity than it is for a commoner like myself or anybody here in the chat room. Let's just be honest. That's just how. And honestly, they're going to get out of it. The cop's going to be like, "Can I get your autograph?" And the guy's going to be like, "Yeah, it's fine. It just, you're only 5 mile an hour or 10 mile an hour over the speed limit." Now if he was driving drunk or something, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
But if he was just doing a normal person like you or I are going to get an $85 ticket. Unfortunately, that's the way of the world. I'm not going to justify it because as a YouTuber, I do get deals from people, but I also think that. And I'm going to say this, and maybe people are going to get pissed off, but I think we've earned it. And the reason we've earned it, we work hard at what we do. And I think that not saying that we have an entitlement mentality. That's not the case at all because we don't expect it. Okay, I think there's a difference. Some guys do expect it. But I think that if somebody wants to help us out and give us a good deal because we are on YouTube, that's up to the individual. You know what I mean? Like we don't go and Brandy, do you go to a booth and demand it?
Yeah, always.
I figured you did.
Give me everything you got for $1. Thank you.
I mean, I'm getting pulled over by cars, so I mean,
I know. I didn't know where you were going there. I was like, oh no, they're gonna hate us. You sound like you're entitled and
no.
I understand, where some people are coming from. It's not like. So there are some content creators that just kind of walk around and they act like they're better than everyone and they expect those deals. But then there's other people who do put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, try to share things, try to educate. I feel like they do it like a more approach to it.
Yeah.
And I don't expect deals. Is it nice to get $3 off of a bundle deal or $5 just so I can be like, hey, I got a good deal on this, to justify it a little bit better? Yeah, that's nice, but do I expect it? No. Am I going to get upset about it? No. Am I going to hassle someone about it when it's their livelihood? No. But do some people do that and have that on camera and feel like they're guilting people in? Probably. I'm sure that happens a lot. I even saw a little bit of that this weekend for the first time, which is crazy. But it's I think everyone's just a little bit different, and I feel like we all should be able to get a couple deals here and there. We're all in this community, whether we're posting or not, and I feel like we all want to feel like we got a little bit of a deal. So I just
and you know what? I think some of it is a PR move from the company, and I'll explain why. I met their guy Jason from Retro Gaming Asylum at Pittsburgh because of my buddy William from Millennial Flashbacks. This guy just randomly walked up to me, and he said, "I heard you're collecting for the complete North American collection of the NES games." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "And I heard you don't have this game." And he handed me The Adventures of Lolo, and it was a game that I needed. And I said, "How much do you want for it?" Because it didn't have a price tag on it. And he's like, "Nothing." He said, "It's my gift to you."
Wow.
And he's like. Seriously, he's like, "I like your content and I want to help you out." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, totally. It's yours." I said, do you have a booth here? Because I didn't know him from Adam. He's like, "Oh yeah, Retro Gaming Asylum right down here." I was like, "All right, let me go put this back. I'm going to come over. Do you care if I bring a camera and show your booth?" He's like, "No, absolutely." I ended up buying 30 NES games from him.
Dang.
Now, did he give me $15 off of those 30 games that I bought? Yes, because I bought a bundle, and most vendors will do that. They'll give you a couple bucks. But The Adventures of Lolo, what is it, like a $13 game? It's not like he didn't lose his shirt off of it. But because of that generosity and made me aware of his company, I went over and bought games from him. So sometimes that's a good PR move from a company. CNC Games, I know he was giving you guys 3D printed stuff, like he gave you that big gold chain and stuff like that.
Yeah, you gotta remind me to pack that.
You're wearing his merchandise around. People are going to ask, "Oh, where'd you get that?" "Oh, I got it from CC Games."
They were there.
That's great marketing on it, and it probably didn't cost him much to make it.
sold out, I think, too. Like, I think people bought all of them because I kept pointing over there. I was like, he did.
That's great marketing. That's smart. That's smart business. So maybe it cost him $50 in Flint from all the YouTubers that he given them out to at that show. But in the end, maybe he made $600-700 on selling. I don't know. I don't know what his margins are.
Yeah, I don't know.
But my point is, that's good marketing. And so I think when don't always look at it as like YouTubers are getting the deal or whatever. We all look for deals. You go to a yard sale. Do you haggle with somebody? Yes. I haggle with people all the time when I go to a yard sale. And it does. Isaac goes in here, and it shows good faith to back that store 100%. Like, I know now, Jason, I don't have to check his stuff. I know he's legit, and I'll send people there that are a little. Brandy, you said earlier in the show, people are scared to go to conventions because they're scared of finding fake games. And if they're there and they're talking to me, and I say, "Hey, go over to Retro Gaming Asylum," now I just sent business over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Listen, it works both ways. Like, people are getting help. It's not. I don't look at it as, Brandy gets more deals than I do, and she should. She has a bigger audience. She has worked a lot harder to get where she's at right now. I'm still grinding. I'm still doing my thing, but it's just how it is.
I will say that, like, something that, like, sometimes gets at me. Like, people say, "Oh, because you're a female and you're a YouTuber, that's why you get all the deals."
It is why.
Not necessarily all the time. Probably. But not necessarily all the time. Who's on Marketplace looking for deals? Who's making that drive? Who's,
Are you picking on me
people?
because I didn't make that drive? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I would have did that. I might
would've.
already be in the car driving there. You wouldn't even know. I'm going to get it for $20.
Yeah, she's
like you have to put in the work and, like, the drive to essentially get things. Like, you can't just expect things to come to you. And people just think that YouTubers expect those things to come at them, but it's like, we have to scope out things. We start to do things, and not all of us are just begging for stuff. It's someone might see our video and they might want to, help, add something into the collection, but also at the same time, we're going to these places. We're doing all this stuff. So, like, I don't always think that it's just owed to anyone. I still think people are putting in the work. And it just kind of depends. There's deals out there all the time. And I mean, we even have a clip. Like, there's a deal. This item sat there the entire convention. It's like, there are deals there.
Yeah, we're going to show that here in a little bit, right? After we get to what we're playing. But I want to kind of say too, like, with like Kevin and William, like, some of these guys I've made friends with. Like, I've invited Kevin on my panels. Kevin will tell you there's no strings attached. I don't sit there and go, "Hey, Kevin, if you come over on my panel, I expect a 20% discount at your booth." No, I've never said that to him, nor would I ever say that to him. Kevin is a friend I've made. He just happens to be somebody that's selling, product at a convention. Same with William. But we genuinely had a good panel with William at GDEX. And when Kevin comes on, he talked about 3D printing, and the audience was interested in that. We had a lot of questions that came in, and, the different things that you can make for this community. So I think there's a bigger thing there when you're using somebody, or you're friends with people. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We've got the convention coming up here at the end of this week, or Friday. We're going to Cleveland.
Yep.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Fully recovered from this last one. Can't wait.
Oh my goodness. So what are we playing this week? Let's take a look. All right, usually we let Brandy go first, but I'm going first this time because I didn't really get him a lot of time this week, Brandy, to play games. But I had to go back to my roots. I went back and started playing Castlevania 1 because, well, Castlevania is one of my all-time favorite franchises. And I was just in the mood to whip some things, and beat up some bats and ghouls and zombies, and it's just been one of those weeks. weeks. You know, you just want to have a little bit of fun. Being Simon Belmont, the vampire hunter, and had a little bit of fun. So I was playing this game, one of the, you know, Castlevania 1 and 2. And what do you got? You're playing Mario Brothers? What is this?
Yeah, so this is it, Cruisin' Retro. This is, so of course I played games and I kicked people's butt at the convention. But that first night when, you know, Cruz, he ended up invited us back to his store. I was showing Stephanie how to play Mario Brothers because she died several times. And then I died because I was a little too, whatever, cocky about it. And I was like, whatever. So I did. I got to play some games there. They had tons of arcades and pinball machines at the convention. They had tons of free play. So, you know, I kicked butt at Street Fighter 2. So that was fun. But yeah, so I did play some games this week. You guys did see that I am apparently really good at certain games against other people.
Hey, every squirrel finds a nut once in a while. That's all I'm going to say, you know?
Well, you know, I will gladly play against him anytime, especially if he lets me win.
Oh boy. Shots fired. Shots fired. So one of the things you made mention to, we'll jump right into I didn't have any pickups this week, but you actually had a pickup because you went to the convention. So this pickup, do you want to kind of elaborate on it before we kick the video off?
Yeah, so what I will say is people always think that YouTubers go in day one and they buy everything up, and maybe they do. But also, you know, vendors and stuff, they trade, they buy, they sell, they do their things with other vendors before anyone even comes in there. Well, this item was hanging up at like another like creator's booth, and it was there the entire time. It had a little price sticker on it. I couldn't see it, and look.
Hello, I'm Chris Sebastian from Play It Games, Movies, and Music, serving Central Ohio with 3 locations. You are watching Game Master.
So sometimes when you least expect it, you find some of the craziest items. Like this amazing store display. This is an original PlayStation banner. So this is just so cool. And someone actually had it for sale at their booth, but I couldn't even read the sticker. So I asked them because it was hanging up pretty high. And they said it was marked for like $30. And they said right now they do $20 cash. So I scored this authentic banner. And I'm super pumped because I do have something very similar. Not quite this one, but another addition into the collection. Finding these really cool displays and seeing so many displays that I absolutely wanted at this convention. Just a really fun time, and just finding those deals. You never know when you might find something, or when you might see something that maybe no one else saw. I just can't believe it sat there the entire convention and didn't even move. Maybe people thought it was a part of their like booth, their banner, you know, their signage, but that was so cool to find.
Is that like the new shower curtain for the bathroom of all the standees that you have?
No, it didn't even make it to the bathtub yet. It's on the floor.
Oh, it's on the floor in the bathroom, in the tub?
No. Right, literally where I was standing. I just put it on the floor.
It's on where you were standing doing the video. You just left it on the floor?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Oh my good.
I threw it on the ground.
Now everybody knows. Now you guys know why she never films from like the waist down, and that's the reason why, because she just throws things on the floor. You're probably like standing on like weeks and weeks worth of pickups.
Yeah, I'm swimming through all the games. Like it's
oh my god.
I left it there.
Do you guys hear this? Do you guys hear this? This is ridiculous. I at least thought maybe, okay, this is going to be like the shower curtain, because in your bathroom, I don't remember if you had a shower curtain. You just had like all the standees in the shower. Oh, that's right. You did have the Pac-Man. It was just pulled back. But so I'm just, you know. Oh yeah. So there you go for the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. There you go. Gamer Ahmer wipes her feet with PlayStation. How are you guys going to respond to that on Saturday night? Anyways, she's like Scrooge McDuck diving into the money. Well, she dives into standees.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
And banners. They feel a little better on your feet than cardboard.
Yep. You guys heard it here first. I mean, like, honestly, we don't make this stuff up. I'm asking her, I was like, oh, you know, during playing it, I'm like, did you hang that up in the bathroom? She's like, no. And then I was like, hang on, don't answer that. We'll wait till we come back. Yeah, she couldn't even hang it up. She couldn't even hang it up on the outside of her house or put it on a flag. No, she just throws it on the ground.
I just throw it on the ground. It is what it is.
So all you PlayStation fans out there, the PlayStation ponies out there, how do you feel knowing that Brandy took your beloved banner, threw it on the ground, and now is wiping her feet off with the PlayStation banner? I don't think this is going to sit well with the community. I think this is going to go on Reddit. This is going to be all over the place. I see it now.
No.
Hoarder in Maryland throws PlayStation banner on floor wiping feet. React. It's going to be all over Reddit. I'm telling you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I will hang it up. I just had to get up here to the podcast.
I need a breaking... Yeah, I do need a breaking news.
Oh, man. What would Taylor Swift say about this?
No, we had enough of Taylor Swift a couple weeks ago, and then we're not going to go back to that. You know what? That would have been funny. The 800 kid, that would have been funny. Did Brandy wear it as a cape and run around the expo?
I flew.
You know what you should do? You should wear it to Cleveland and then wear that neck chain that Kevin gave you and run around the floor. We could film that for point of view. How's that? PlayStation.
If I could just be flown across the whole convention, that would be ideal.
So Master Games Guru, he's probably loving this because he has an Xbox icon. So I'm assuming he's not a PlayStation fan. So he's probably sitting back with his popcorn, enjoying every minute of this discussion because he's probably not a PlayStation fan. Sean's calling you. Sean's like, yep, nope, she did it. I saw it.
He didn't even see the banner. How's he gonna see it?
I'm just saying.
No one saw the banner. It was there. I bought it Sunday, the very end of the day, on the way out. I didn't even see that whole section. And then I was like, does that have a price sticker? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, how much? And he's like, $30. I'll do 20 right now. And I was like, 20 cash? Hold on. And I had to go grab money. And then I came back.
Wow. See, the deals just came to you. You didn't go to the deals.
Isn't it crazy?
I don't understand. I don't understand it. Yeah. But this weekend, Cleveland, we will be there. The Cleveland Gaming Classic.
Yes.
It will be in Cleveland at the IX Center, which is huge, and they have a lot of vendors. We will be next to main stage where the Tech Buzz broadcast booth will be. Brandy Gamer Ahmer will be joining me in the booth, as well as a few other YouTubers. We've got Nintendo Land. Mins is coming out. We have Dr. Scott. He'll be there. Game Dad. J Square Pegs will be there. Lindsay LL Cool Games will be there. Who else are we having out there? That'll be from
Is John Riggs. Is he going to be there?
John Riggs will be there. That's right. He will.
Yeah,
John Riggs will be there. Who else? I'm sorry. I better stop. Hold the presses. More importantly, Kevin will be there from CC Games Company. Sorry, it wasn't in the contract, but I got it. He's going to be there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going. Even people in the chat here. It sounds like Retro Matt is coming out.
Oh, very cool.
It sounds like a bunch of people are coming out. So we're gonna have to see everyone, say hi, stop over at the booth. We have pins and stickers. We might even have a couple T-shirts for sale. Just come on out, stop by, check it all out. I won't have any banners on the floor, I promise. That only happens at my house.
So so I can tell you a little bit what's going on here. I'm going to be doing a blind panel, which I need to see what time that's at, Brandy, because that could also change what time we go live. We're going to be going live from my booth all weekend long. The times are going to be different, okay? Just so you guys know, throughout the weekend. So you want to make sure you're subscribed to my channel, subscribe to Brandy's channel, because we're going to go live on her channel as well from Cleveland. So you guys might get 3 or 4. No, this is Cleveland first. You're gonna get 3 or 4 streams each day on Saturday and Sunday. So you definitely want to be tuned in so you can interact. But the cool part is I'm going to be doing a panel, or not a panel. I'm going to be with 2 other one of the celebrities. I don't even know who they are, but two other people on retro gaming movies. I think I have to. It's a blind ranking thing that Corey has me doing. Then we are doing the YouTube panel at 3:30 with me, you, Mins, Dr. Scott, and a few others that we're going to be talking about content creation. Then you're going to be judging some indie games with Game Dad, Square Pegs, and Dr. Scott.
Yeah, kicking butt on them fighting games.
Yeah, I mean, the way that's going on. And then we'll be doing some live panels in between there. We're going to make videos that you guys will be able to see that some different collabs. All the shenanigans you're going to get to see. We're doing, just for Isaac, we're going to be doing the point of view content. I'm going to be doing some of that.
I'll get better at that.
But then we are closing out CGC with the Game Masters. If you go look at the schedule right now on CGC's website, from 3 to 4 o'clock or earlier, he said if we can get on there earlier, we are going to be in person. You guys can come in and sit down and watch the Game Masters live. We're going to be doing a special Game Masters. As long as their tech team can handle it, we are going to stream it live for you guys that can't be there. They're going to have cameras that they put up on the main stage, and we're going to have that fed to you guys on the YouTube channel. So that way you guys can watch it. And if we're unable to for some reason, we'll record it and then upload it later. But either way, the goal is to have it stream live so you guys can interact. And we'll have Brandy, I'll have my iPad there and my laptop so we can at least look at the comments, because I don't think their setup allows them to bring comments in, but we can at least address them with the iPad to keep track of comments and things like that, right? So we encourage you guys both virtually and physically to come out, because I think, Brandy, we might give a controller or two away during our Game Masters live podcast show that we're doing in Cleveland. I think it's going to be worth somebody's while to sit there and watch the show.
Yeah, I think so. I think we should do something like that.
So I have 10 controllers. We're going to give them away between the two conventions that we have left. It's going to be a lot of fun. You said we have some stickers. You said we have some pins.
We have like 10 keychains or something.
Oh, we got keychains too? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
so we got some keychains.
We have a couple keychains. So that's first come, first serve on those. But we do have a ton of stickers.
We'll have 9 keychains because I'm already stealing one. So there's only going to be 9.
Oh yeah, I should probably take one too. We have 8.
we have 8. We have 8 keychains.
But like, I also have my Game Raymer ones. I know you have yours as well. But I'm talking about Game Master stuff. So
yeah.
Just stop by the booth. There's tons of free
stuff. We got Tech Buzz stickers, Game Raymer stickers. We'll have tons of that stuff too. You guys can pick up. Shirts are going to be.
I'll have a couple things too.
Few and far between.
Come on over, get them deals.
Yeah, come get a deal from Brandy. If she has something that's $10, ask her for $1. No, I'm just kidding. Twisted Identity said, would love to come to CGC this year, but I got to sit out this time. Unfortunately, my wallet will kick me in the butt if I go. Hey, man, I totally understand. Yeah. Fortunately, the trip has been paid for, or I'd kind of be in the same boat this year as well. Videodrome 80 says, I rocked my Game Masters pin all weekend. Appreciate that. Oh, Retro Matt wants to know if you're going to have the PlayStation banners only to wipe your feet off before you come into the booth.
No, it's my doormat at home, so I can't. I'm gonna hang it up. I just didn't. I had to film.
If he comes in person, he's going to give you crap for that. You know that, right?
I know. Everyone will. I had to film because if y'all know, I didn't post last week. I was too busy prepping for the convention, all the lovely little things I'm selling. Let me tell you, it's hard being a vendor and a content. It's hard. It's hard doing it all. I don't know how people do it sometimes.
Listen, it is what it is. And make sure if you guys are going to be there in person, audience members, come up and say hi to us so we can get pictures with you guys. So that when we come back to do a recap, we'll show you guys on the stream, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm bad at pictures, so please come up and say you want to take a picture, and then just send me the picture.
Yeah.
Because I had to do that. Like JLove81, she had to send me the picture.
We'll have my wife and your wife, my wife, both of our spouses will be there. We'll be able to take pictures. Here's the thing: this will probably be the last time for at least a year that you'll have both Game Master hosts in one spot in the physical. Because she'll be at a convention or I'll be at a convention. You won't have us both there at the same time. It's kind of like the Game Chasers. You get one or the other at certain conventions. You don't get them both. So if you're able to be there, if you can be there, get the pictures, get that stuff. Yeah, the PlayStation banner is Go Pittsburgh all over again. I'm telling you, you just got a knack for these things here, Brandy.
Sure the hate finds me.
You know what somebody's going to do to you? They're going to come to Cleveland with a big flag that they're going to make that says Go Pittsburgh on it, and they're going to make you carry it around. That's what they're going to do.
That's fine. I'll just get booed out day one. I tried. I won't be at the panel if I'm booed out.
If you can't be there, it's understandable, but we really want those that are going to be there to come on over, talk to us, that kind of thing, because we're starving for content for social media. No, I'm just kidding. But we're going to have a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of creators there, and
it is going to be content overload.
Content overload.
Have tons of things planned. So stay tuned and make sure you guys subscribe to our Game Master social media pages and stuff, because we can't live stream until we hit a certain amount. And we don't really do well promoting that.
No, we're terrible with that.
Yeah. So make sure you guys do that. But we're also going to start doing some little clips and stuff at the convention. We're going to film some content for both channels, some collabs, things like that. So make sure you guys are subscribed to both of us.
Yep.
That way you don't miss anything. If we advertise something or promote something, you don't want to miss out, because it's going to be overload. And I'm definitely excited for it, looking forward to it. And I'm hoping I find some more cool PlayStation banners or something.
What? One rug's not enough? You need another one?
Yeah, I have 2 feet.
Oh, well, true. Good point. What does he say here? He says, Twisted Identity. So here's this skyscraper-sized standee I got for you. Oh, got for a quarter, Brandy.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much how it goes. Usually every convention that Brandy and I are at, you get to see little snapshots of this because she gets mad when I film it. But she'll come back with Stephanie after about an hour. I'm usually finishing up my coffee, getting all the equipment turned on, and she comes back and her hands are full. Stephanie's hands are full, and I'm like, oh, way to go. So you bought everything good? She's like, yeah, you can go home now. There's nothing good out there. I already bought everything. That's usually our conversation at first thing in the morning at a convention. All the VIPs are coming in. They're going around. Brandy's going around with the VIPs, buying stuff up. And there's me getting all the equipment turned on, getting ready for the stream. And she comes back with handfuls of stuff and like, yeah, I got this. And that's kind of the...
Oops.
Yeah. That's kind of how the convention... You guys will see. And you get to see behind the scenes. If you ever wanted to meet my kids and my wife, they'll all be there. Some of the stuff that you guys don't get to see, you get to see behind the scenes. Some stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do a little bit different, like filming and some different collabs. Like we have a bunch of ideas. So you guys don't want to miss out, because there's gonna be so much going on, and I'm definitely excited for it because we have some big things planned.
All right, Brandy, I think we've worn out our welcome here. We're going to let these folks head off and wait for us for this weekend. Where can everybody find you?
Well, apparently I'm kicked out, so...
Oh, you've been officially kicked out? Okay.
I feel like it's going in that direction. So, you can find me in my basement with all my stuff where I'm now shooed away and banned. But if you're looking for me online, anywhere... Gamer Ahmer, all over the socials. I have shorts and stuff that I'll be posting, long form. I have another video for tomorrow. This is a little sneak peek. I did buy these at Cruisin' Retro. It's like a toy and game store right near the convention. These are like knockoff Power Rangers. Very cool. He had some awesome toy lines, and I like how he had everything set up. But a little sneak peek for tomorrow's video. And you can just find me on all the socials, and make sure you guys check out the Game Master stuff, and then check out, Tech Buzz. You want to stay updated on all of our shenanigans.
Yes, and I want to put this out there too, because I've actually had somebody say that I really need to address this. So there is a YouTube channel out there called Tech Buzz, and I understand people call me Tech Buzz. That's fine. That's not my channel. My channel is The Tech Buzz. And the reason I did that was because back in the day, when I was doing tech, there were so many people that were trying to do Tech Buzz and they'd run it one word. So mine is the Tech Buzz, and I think I even have it as, like, if you search YouTube, it's YouTube, the Tech Buzz, all one word, and then the Tech Buzz Gaming. You can find Brandy. It's really weird because I always find it, and a lot of people will end up finding it, but they're like, "Hey, I subscribed to you, but you don't have any videos, or you have like one or two," and I'm like, "No, I have a lot more."
It should pop up either way because I search all the time, like just the
Yeah. So I just want to stress that if you find a Tech Buzz YouTube channel that has one or two videos, that's not my channel. So we just want to make sure. If you see the Game Masters, you know it's my channel. So yes, go Ohio State. That's right.
Go Pittsburgh.
Just go. No. On Saturday, it's go Ohio State. So
go Ravens.
No, boy. We're gonna get out of here before Brandy gets us kicked off the internet. We appreciate everybody here. Hit a like, hit a subscription, hit the subscribe, whatever it is. Hit it on the way out, all that YouTube jazz, and we'll see you at Cleveland this weekend. Have a good night.
Pittsburgh.